Of all the weapons used in the combat zone, few have captured attention quite like the tank. History has revealed that good tanks would make the difference between winning and losing battles. The US Army has recognized this notion and prioritized its armored units of prime attention to ensure battlefield success. One of the untold stories of the world's fiercest tank battle was just about 30 years ago in the Iraqi desert, which was considered as the most intense tank fight in the history. It was showed that fleets of coalition, more than 3,000 tanks, roared through the desert like a stampede of buffalo, routing Iraq's Russian-made tanks, blasting them into plumes of fire and smoke in less than 36 hours during the worst desert storm. It was just like what was showed by Abrams' M1A1 Rumble over the desert of northern Kuwait. Therefore, they are no doubt to be called as the Queen of Battlefield, as proving their high level of vulnerability during the warfare. Anyway, have you ever thought how many tanks are there in total in today's world? So we would like to discuss this topic in today's episode, only on this channel. Stay tuned with us till the end. The idea of a vehicle to provide troops with both mobile protection and firepower was not a new one. However, during the First World War, the increased availability of the internal combustion engines, armor plates, and the continuous tracks, as well as the challenge of trench warfare, all combined to facilitate the production of the tank. When World War I ended in 1918, France had produced 3,870 tanks, and Britain 2,636. Most French tanks survived into the post-war period. These were the Renault FT. As a result, most other countries followed France's lead. The United States and Italy both allocated tanks to infantry support and copied the Renault FT. The US copy was the M1917 light tank. The only other country to produce tanks by the end of the war was Germany, which built around 20. Further, the development of tanks continued with significant improvement in the design and technological advances. In regard to the total number, according to a British military consultant and commentator, Drummond, he tallied up all the tanks in the world and predicted that they could reach up to 73,000 units. Drummond added that, among these, 24,000 belong to adversaries, while another 20,000 units are in storage, and at least 10,000 tanks have been refurbished over the last decade. Additionally, Russia, with its 12,950 tanks, unsurprisingly has the biggest armor holdings. The United States is the number 2 tank power with 6,333 vehicles. China's 5,800 tanks make it the number 3 of the armor power. However, Germany has only 236 tanks in its inventory. Interestingly, that doesn't mean that the German army is inferior to the others. After all, Germany's Leopard IIs are some of the most advanced fighting vehicles in the world today, with the updated design and technology. It can be concluded that the lower on the rankings of the total numbers isn't a definitive measure of ground combat power. All this is to say that simple numbers don't tell a complete story. The army with more tanks isn't necessarily the more powerful army. While talking about which is the best among all is likely to be another story, and each country seems to have their own queen of battle, just like Germany, which is proud of their Leopards, the US with the Abrams, probably Armada for Russia, France with their Leclerc, and South Korea with their K2 Black Panther, and probably China with their ZTZ-99 MBT. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.